Oscar noms make Hollywood history. Our modern-day Abbott and Costello are making a comeback. YouTube knows you like it sloppy, but they don't care. Hello, Motu. All of that and so much more here on News Dump. What's up, big dog?
What up, homie?
What I like about when I write my own headlines is I don't need stage direction.
Sure,
I know what I want to do.
Yeah. Famously, you're also bad at stage directions. So.
Famously, I write the wrong stuff, and usually the headlines,
yeah,
misspelled,
you're bad at stage directions.
Words are all over the place.
I'm bad at receiving stage directions and impressions, so the combination's poor.
Well, what's fun now is my son knows how to read.
Mm-hmm.
And when I'm reading him a book, I like to move words around.
Yeah, it's called dyslexia.
The sentences still make sense. It's still like proper sentence structure. I just move things around, and he's like, that's not what it says.
Well, you've seen that test thing where most humans can read without actually like if you're just skimming a paragraph, they can have like the word jumbled, but with context and beginning and ending, you kind of know what word it is. So it's a bit of a memory thing.
I'm just adding flair.
Yeah.
You gonna ask me how my morning's been?
Go.
Yeah.
First of all, good morning. How you
Good
doing?
morning. How are you?
Good morrow, sir.
Yes.
What'd you do this morning?
Well, Mac, glad you asked. First time in 10 years you've asked me how my day has been, how my morning has been, but I'll answer you. I'll humor you. Mm-hmm. Speaking of humor, you know who I spoke to earlier?
Who'd you speak to?
Lenny Clark. Brag.
Really? How about that?
Only for 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
But it has created a shift in my life.
Lenny Clark.
It has created a chasm in my life.
All right. How so?
Well, for 10 years on this podcast, we have joked, we have mocked, we have said how, like, Lenny Clark, yes, he's from Boston, and he's used in all of these documentaries as someone who, speaks for Boston.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, nah, give us someone else. I retract that.
You're now, because you breathed the same air as Lenny Clark, you're now a Lenny Clarkistan?
I'm so pro Lenny Clark now.
Okay, all right.
Unbelievably nice.
Yep.
We had a great talk about how the Bruins right now, Nesson does obstructed views with Patrice Bergeron, Tuukka Rask, I think Andrew Raycroft. And, like, I joked with him, like, usually hockey players are interesting. And then he had a funny thing back to me. It was a great time had by all.
Sure, yeah.
So, moving forward, Mac and Goo, pro Lenny Clark.
Maybe he'll remember you going forward, too. He's like, oh, that's the mustache guy that made fun of the
Don't
Bruins
have
players.
a mustache anymore.
Well, you do at the moment.
He's a big fan of Jeremy Roenick. That's how the conversation started.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Look at you
also,
on a Thursday.
While at work, I heard there was a little whispers that David Americo Ortiz was in the office. Big Papi.
Come back with that middle name again?
Americo.
Okay.
Big Papi was in the building.
Large father here.
Large father. And I had to, bide my time. I had to stalk the area. I had to hide in the tall grass, but I eventually caught him, took a photo, shook his hand. What a morning.
Yeah, great. Big Papi is an idol of ours.
Yes.
We were teenagers when that Red Sox team became legitimate and won 3 World Series, eventually a 4th. Was Ortiz on that 18 team too?
No.
Okay.
No. 13. And then I think he retired after 16.
Okay. So he was very formative in Goo and I's teenage years. Absolute legend. I'm very jealous of you, but I must give you credit. I have met 2 New England sports legends due to you at the WBZ studio. 1 Troy Brown and 2 Pedro Martinez. So, I can't win them all.
Yeah, I mean, I don't geek out over all athletes, all celebrities, but there's a handful.
Yeah.
That if I see that they're going to be somewhere, I'm going to find them.
Yeah, like
I'll find you.
From our childhood, it's
Yeah.
like Bork, Brady, Pedro.
Yes.
Manny
Ortiz. I was so disappointed when Mo Vaughn was at my
Paul Pierce
station,
would be cool.
but no one told me that he was going to be there. I would have went in on my off day to find Mo Vaughn.
Yep, for sure.
But like I've been in the Patriots locker room. Brag.
Was there a bunch of dripping hogs in there?
Dripping hogs all over the place. That's why I'm not allowed back in. But When Tom Brady walks by you,
You walked in bottomless. You're like, well, I thought we were all
I thought we were going Winnie the Poohin'. I was actually Porky Piggin. I only had a vest. But once again, when Tom Brady walks by you, you're just like, wow.
Yeah, right.
That's crazy. Tom Brady.
Larger than life.
Larger than life. So it's Ortiz, Manny, Pedro, Brady, and Lenny Clark.
All right. There it is.
News dump. William Shatner making some news. Saw on TMZ that he was photographed eating a bowl of cereal in his car at a stoplight. I've seen some arguing theories that he was in a parking lot doing it, which I think makes it sadder. But where do you stand? And this is, of course, it's an It's Always Sunny episode of if you should eat cereal while driving. Where do you stand on eating while driving?
If you cannot hold the thing you're eating in one hand,
Yeah.
it's not a driving food. If it can't be like placed to the side, you can grab it like that, not a driving food. Eating bold stuff is preposterous. Oatmeal, cereal. I know people do it every morning, and they spill every morning as well. It's so impractical and honestly embarrassing. It makes you look like a poor on top of it. And at this point, William Shatner's 90 years old?
91, 92?
Is he still driving himself around? Like he doesn't have someone that can also drive him and or feed him cereal while he's driving?
No. You can eat while someone else is driving.
William Shatner's 94 years old.
Don't let people feed you while you're driving. That's weird.
No, this is more weird. Eating a bowl of cereals while trying to drive when you're 94 years old, so you already probably have killed a couple people at the wheel, is bad. It's very bad.
I would say Mount Rushmore of food to eat while driving. French fries.
Specifically McDonald's.
That's a one-hander. You can pick up a bunch. It doesn't matter if you get one or a few.
Mm-hmm.
A wrap.
Wrap's good.
I'm saying wrap specifically. I don't think sandwich is good.
Sandwich is more messy, for sure.
Definitely more messy.
Mm-hmm.
Candy.
Yep. All right.
I need one more.
Chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets or chicken tenders.
Yeah. Easy.
You know what you could eat, although it gets sloppy sometimes? Hot dog.
You could do a hot dog.
You can do a hot dog.
You could do a hot dog, yeah.
But it has to be a 6-incher. Can't be a foot long.
Well, depends how much, how flaccid it is.
Do you eat like a duck? If you eat like a duck, you can do a foot long. They don't chew. They just swallow.
Yeah.
News dump. Oscar nominations have come out. I'm not going to say today because I don't know when this episode is being released, but within the last window of a few days. But Hollywood history has been made with 16 nominations going to Sinners, completely trouncing the 13 to Once Upon a Time in Battle After Another. Both of those movies, the titles are too long.
Yeah.
One battle after another. Once a battle after another.
It's 4 words. One battle after another. O-B-A-A.
I don't know why, but it seems like 3 sentences.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is much more of a mouthful.
Guys, comment down below. Bigger mouthful. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, one battle after another, or a foot-long hot dog.
Goo.
Yeah.
As you said, Sinners, which Variety, I believe, hedged a couple weeks ago, said it may become the most nominated film of all time with 15, and went ahead and got 16 nominations, smashing the previous record that was a 3-way tie between All About Eve from 1950, Titanic 97, and La La Land 2016.
That's too many for La La Land.
It is too many for La La Land, that is for sure. And honestly, as good as Sinners is, it's probably too many for Sinners. Sinners might win like 3 of these.
I think it's also
16 nominations is this is the Academy blowing Ryan Coogler's hog here.
I think it's also looking at the landscape of the other movies as well. You do have some really good heavy hitters, but that middle ground ain't great.
Yeah, I legit I think Sinners might win 3 or 4 of these. It's not going to win a lot. It now holds the distinction of being the most nominated, which is great for Coogler, great for that film. It is a great film. It just seems like it's a little much. Goo, your hand is up.
Can I say my biggest surprise?
Sure.
I nearly fell out of my chair when I saw that F1 was nominated for Best Picture.
Okay, we'll jump to that in a second.
Okay.
Also, Goo, Wicked for Good, no nominations at all this time around.
Whatever.
Wicked last year got 10 nominations. So
okay,
quite
so
the fall off.
10 for 2 movies is good.
There.
10 for 2 movies is good.
Speaking of Best Picture, Goo, We have 10 nominees: Sinners, Hamnet, Frankenstein, Marty Supreme, Sentimental Value, One Battle After Another, Begonia, F1, The Secret Agent, and Train Dreams. F1, out of absolutely fucking nowhere, gets nominated for Best Picture over what some people were saying a couple months ago was a dark horse for Best Picture, No Other Choice, out of South Korea, which is the movie I'm still looking forward to most over this next week or two to try to catch. That is stunning. Begonia, Train Dreams, but that F1 one,
but that
is
also
crazy.
does speak
And
to
also,
the middle ground. That speaks to the middle ground of the movies.
You have a heavy favorite for Best Animated Film, K-pop Demon Hunters,
Hell
minus
yeah.
1,000.
Hell yeah.
Why wouldn't you just also give that a Best Picture nominee over F1?
Oh, you would bring in the young audience.
Yeah, I mean, that's just F1 getting a nominee is insane, Goo. Let's run through some of the more nominees here. Best Actor, Michael B., Chalamet, Leo, Ethan Hawke, and Wagner Moura from The Secret Agent. Your leader in the clubhouse right now, betting-wise, is Chalamet at minus 500. Those odds keep getting wider and wider.
And I also think that has to do with Leo has already won one. Chalamet is the next guy, and it's the same as voting for an MVP.
Yeah, I still lean Leo here, but I understand the
I think both were great, but
Leo's at plus 550.
Yes.
Also, Wagner Moura, some people are really, ringing that bell too, but he doesn't have a chance now. Goose, Chalamet is the youngest actor since Marlon Brando to garner their third Oscar nomination. He's like 28 years old. Pretty good.
Never go against the family. That was me. That wasn't Marlon Brando.
Goo, another surprise here in the Best Actress category. You have Jessie Buckley, the odds-on favorite at minus 1,600. Rose Byrne second at plus 900. Renate Ransve for Sentimental Value. Emma Stone, Begonia. And then Kate Hudson sneaks in here for Song Sung Blue. Essentially, I think it's a 1-for-1 here. She bumps Chase Infinity out of getting a nomination here. And that's really disappointing.
I was disappointed that Chase Infinity didn't get any love in this.
It's just so frustrating.
She was so good in that movie.
And they purposefully put her in lead actress instead of supporting so they could push Teyana Taylor. Now Teyana Taylor might win supporting when Chase Infinity blows her out of the water.
Do they have Rookie of the Year at the Oscars?
No, unfortunately not. We should consider petitioning the Academy for that.
Roy. Or as they say in Canada, wah.
Goo, your two most contested races are going to be in the supporting acting categories. Supporting actor, Del Toro, Elordi, Del Rey Lindo, which was a bit of a surprise for Sinners, Sean Penn, Stellan Skarsgård, Sentimental Value. Right now, Skarsgård is at plus 100, but Del Toro and Penn are at plus 240,
They have
plus
Del Toro
330.
over Penn?
Yeah, we're both agree with, but it didn't feel that way a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Also, oddly enough, Goo, this is the first ever nomination for Skarsgård, which you would have thought that he would have had one or two prior to this, but nope, first ever. And then Best Supporting Actress, Goo, Elle Fanning and Inga Ibsdottir Lilius for Sentimental Value. A lot of acting noms for Sentimental Value. Amy Madigan, Weapons, who's second in the odds at plus 160. Wunmi Musaku for Sinners, another surprise there. And then Teyana Taylor, the leader right now at minus 185. This is a disappointing category because my favorite couple performances of the year didn't even get nominated here. I don't really care who wins this at this point. Sure, Teyana Taylor. I'd prefer Taylor over Madigan, but like I talked about it a couple weeks ago. I love One Battle After Another. It's probably one of my favorite movies of the last 20 years. Definitely is. Teyana Taylor does not deserve Best Supporting Actress.
Is she in the Hannibal Lecter pond now because we have to look at how many minutes she's in that movie.
She's got to be in there for like 18 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Because I don't know.
I know that. So I think Hannibal Lecter, we can look it up later, but he's under 20. Beetlejuice, the titular Beetlejuice, who won all of the Academy Awards in 1989. I believe 17 minutes.
But like Anthony Hopkins as Hannibal Lecter steals every scene he's in and elevates the movie. That doesn't happen with Teyana Taylor.
Teyana Taylor looks so good in this movie.
She does look great, but she's not winning an award for best looking. Best animated, like I said, K-pop Demon Hunters, the runaway favorite right now at minus 1,000. Zootopia 2 at plus 550. Best director, this is might be the longest odds yet. Paul Thomas Anderson is the favorite at minus 800.
Nice.
Coogler and Chloe Zhao are tied for second, plus 1,000 right now. You also have Joaquin Trier for Sentimental Value and Josh Safdie for Marty Supreme. He didn't get a Best Director nom at the Globes, but got it here. This is more meaningful. That's good. Best Original Screenplay, you have Robert Caplow, Blue Moon, Jafar Panahi for It Was Just an Accident, Bronstein and Safdie for Marty Supreme, Eskil Vogt and Joachim Trier for Sentimental Value, and Coogler for Sinners. Adapted Screenplay, Will Tracy for Begonia, Guillermo del Toro for Frankenstein, Zhao and O'Farrell for Hamnet. I think O'Farrell's the author of the book as well. PTA for One Battle After Another, Clint Bedley and Craig Quidar for Train Dreams. That's a interesting name.
I've lost track of all this, so I can't even help you.
Goo, the first time category here, so they have added a category, which is encouraging. Maybe they will add Rookie of the Year. You have Best Casting, so just in general for a movie.
Yeah.
You have the nominees Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, The Secret Agent, and Sinners. This right away tells me the Academy has no idea what they're doing, because Sentimental Value is nominated for 4 acting awards.
That's a good point.
And it didn't get nominated for Best Casting.
Because I would give it to the movie where I feel like they're not going to win for someone having the best. Mm-hmm. It's just the best all-around supporting cast.
Yeah, so right now, the leader, the odds-on favorite is Sinners at -280. The only one close is One Battle After Another, +250. Now, here's why I like Sinners being the lead, or the favorite for this category, is because the decision to cast Michael B. Jordan in 2 roles is why that movie ends up being so great. Right?
Oh, yeah, was he nominated for Smoke or Stack?
Great question. That's a great question. I guess both.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
One Battle After Another obviously crushed their casting as well, but I fully understand Sinners being the favorite there.
I would vote for a news radio, a Just Shoot Me. There's no standout, like this is their show. It's everybody's show.
Sure. Cinematography, Sinners, Train Dreams, One Battle After Another, Frankenstein, Marty Supreme. Original score, Goo. This is going to be
the
an
Mike Bossy
one.
Award.
Sinners could win this one as well. You have Fendrix for Begonia, Desplat for Frankenstein, Max Richter for Hamnet, Johnny Greenwood for One Battle After Another. That's who I'd lean, but Ludwig Göransson for Sinners was also fantastic. Original song is going to go to Golden by K-pop Demon Hunters for sure.
Hell yeah.
But I still think I Lied to You from Sinners is very deserving in most other years.
Yeah, I think what might be held against Ludwig Göransson is that there's also great original music from the movie.
Yeah.
And I think when it comes to One Battle After Another, that thumping piano is just like, that's the heartbeat of the movie.
I agree. And I didn't, there were no odds on DraftKings for that, so I don't know who the leading candidate is there, but there'll be some interesting battles actually this year. So I'm somewhat looking forward to the award show just to see who actually wins more so than anything else.
Oh, you know what I was thinking of earlier? Is now that we'll say this now because he's already gone. Anthony Alfano has helped us out a ton on this podcast. He's no longer with iHeart, but because he is no longer with us, I doubt that we'll become Rotten Tomato boys. We really needed his help.
It was going to be his shove, his tush push.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
I mean, we can still apply. We can still try.
Yeah. He just you have the energy and the chutzpah. What is it called? Chutzpah. To push things. You just need someone to figure out the details.
He is someone that actually knows where to look.
Mm-hmm.
Like, 2 weeks ago, I'm like, I don't know how we'd get on Netflix. He'd probably have an answer.
Yeah. He knows which door to open or which avenue to go down.
So once again, thank you to Anthony for all of your help. If by some chance this podcast disappears, if the cameras don't work, if the microphones don't work, it's because he's gone.
Yeah, or we'll somehow be on WZLX because they're hijacking our streams.
Well, we share it. News up. YouTube says they're actively looking to reduce the spread of AI slop videos. The rise of AI has raised concerns about low-quality content, a.k.a. AI slop. As an open platform, we allow for broad range of free expression while ensuring YouTube remains a place where people feel good spending their time. So this is something that they should look at because there is far too much. And it's really, I think, with the, what are the little ones called? Shorts. I think shorts.
Not pantaloons.
No, shorts, I think 90% of them is AI slop.
Here's the issue with this goo and this whole, high and mighty YouTube stance. They're looking to reduce the spread of AI slop videos. In order to do that, they're going to have to utilize AI. They're gonna build an AI system or improve their AI system to detect AI.
Well, you know this as a firefighter. You fight fire with fire.
Yeah, exactly. We go in guns blazing.
Start blasting the fire. It's not going out. No, as someone who watches a lot of YouTube, as someone who needs to monitor their son watching YouTube, right now he's just not allowed to watch.
Okay.
There's just so much garbage on there.
Yeah.
And this is we are part of the garbage.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
There's too much garbage on here.
They need a second YouTube called like YouTube PG or like YouTube.
Oh, they have that.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, they have YouTube Kids.
Okay. Look at that. I just learned something.
You're not allowed to comment in that because they found that weird people were commenting on child videos.
Of course they were.
Do you think that if they created this AI detecting AI robot, that they would find us and be like, there's no way a human mind could conceive what these two are doing. We need to throw this AI off of here.
No, we would pass the AI test because there's no way some of the ideas we've come up with would ever be AI generated. All you have to do is feed AI one of our MACV goos, and then it'd be like, oh, yeah, these are two real.
I'd have to re-upload that and be like, don't throw us off yet. Listen to this.
Listen. We have proof.
News dump. Biggest news, and this is the real reason why we are doing this news dump. It's not because of the nominees. I don't give a shit about that. What I care about is our Abbott and Costello are back. They are teaming back up, and they are developing a movie where they meet Frankenstein. It is Kenan and Kel.
Back from the dead. Well, one of them anyways.
Well, they did Good Burger too.
Kenan's hanging on by a thread on SNL there. Kel is looking like a real person these days. 10 years ago, he didn't really. So credit to him for making it back. Yeah, it's a Kenan and Kel project.
Yeah.
It must be owned by Nickelodeon, and they're going to meet Frankenstein.
Well, Frankenstein is public
Frankenstein's
domain.
all the rage now, yeah.
It brings it back to those 1930 comedies of so-and-so meet the mummy. And then it's just
Good, the synopsis for this film.
Go ahead.
It follows two delivery drivers, presumably Kenan and Kel, whose routine drop-off takes a terrifying turn when they arrive at a castle and accidentally awaken Frankenstein's monster.
I don't need it to be their characters from Kenan and Kel.
I mean, it's going to be.
But they need to play it that big. You need to let Kel be as big as he wants.
Right.
Repairman, man. Him and Kenan used to just rock.
Do you think he just doesn't have the energy to do it anymore? You know?
Who, Kenan or Kel?
Kel.
Oh, Kel has more than enough energy. More than enough.
Sorry for doubting him.
And what's great is that you let Kel be big, Kenan can sit back and just be like, this guy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So what do you
So Kenan and Kel started out 96, 97, I want to say, fresh off all that. Their second episode is the pinnacle of comedy. The pinnacle of like, how did they keep going for 4 more seasons after they achieved Screw in the Tuna?
Yeah, if you touch the sun that early, you doom yourself.
Kel's comedic ability to drag his legs on the ground and just, I drop the screw in the tuna. We're still boys, right? Kenan, we still boys, right? Is the best 90 seconds of television I've ever seen. Nothing will ever touch it.
All right. There you have it. You've said it.
I've said it. Stamp it. Kenan and Kel, episode 2, Screw in the Tuna. News dump. Christina Hodson is officially writing the script for Batman Brave and the Bold.
Goo. I don't know who that is, but tell the folks who she is.
Her past projects include Birds of Prey, The Flash, Bumblebee, and the canceled Batgirl film.
All right, Bumblebee's the only real strong one in there.
Well, speaking of strong scripts, she also wrote a Batman Beyond script that people loved, but they passed on.
I will say, her being that into the DC universe and Batman, like if you're writing a Batman Beyond script, you love Batman. She's obviously dove in there at Birds of Prey, The Flash. Bumblebee was really strong. and we still don't know how good that Batgirl movie was or wasn't. I guess I like it. I don't know. I just want these movies to actually be made.
Andy Muschietti is still directing the project right now. Now, I am curious with Birds of Prey. Is that the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn, or is that the CW show that got 7 episodes and then canceled?
Oh, I'm assuming the movie, but
I'm hoping the movie.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, did she write the line, "You fucking moron"? My favorite line of all time.
I don't know how I feel about Muschietti still being attached to
Muschietti.
this, but I guess Muschietti will give him another chance. We liked The Flash. We liked it. We liked it more than most, but I don't know if I want him directing our Batman movie.
I guess so. Let's build my Mount Rushmore as we go. So Kenan and Kel drop the screw in the tuna. You and McGregor, you fucking moron. Those are 2 of my favorite pieces of anything ever.
Yeah.
You were sitting next to me while watching Fantabulous Emancipation of Harley Quinn. The theater was silent, and I was going bananas.
I laughed out loud. You laughed out loud for like 4 minutes.
I almost fell out of my chair. I almost rolled on the floor. That's how hard I was laughing. It was at the end when Harley Quinn was trying to... I need to watch that scene again. But it's at the end when Harley Quinn was trying to beat
like
Black
a pier
Mask.
Or something.
It was something like that. Or she tried to like blast him, or I don't know what it was. But it's like, you thought that would work against me? You fucking moron. The delivery, the line, the reaction to it.
The delivery of moron.
Moron.
That part from Ewan McGregor is top tier.
Okay, we have 2 of my 4. Hopefully over the next decade, we'll figure out the last 2.
Yeah, this has been a successful episode, though.
Yeah, we figured it out. Oh, what if Christina Hodson specifically wrote scenes for Kenan and Kel to be in?
That's a great question.
It's like during the Steve Harvey show where you have Bullethead, you have Romeo, but out of nowhere, some episodes, Kenan and Kel show up.
This is exactly why AI would pass us, because we somehow roped Kenan and Kel and Steve Harvey into a Batman story.
But speaking of those 2, Lori Beth Dinberg was just a part of the show. She was always out there. She's like, the Romeo Bullethead, cut out the mischief. News dump. Speaking of Batman, this is a different Batman. Robert Pattinson was asked which films he never gets tired of rewatching. This was via Dazed Fashion, and he named The Mask and Liar Liar.
That's interesting. Jim Carrey, obviously maybe the most successful film actor of the 90s. Will Smith's up there too, he's in the consideration. Of Jim Carrey's movies, this is an interesting pick. The Mask is great, don't get me wrong. I don't know if I love the rewatchability on The Mask. Liar Liar is great because you have the wholesome story, with the father-son thing. I don't know if I agree with his top 2 Jim Carrey rewatchability.
You can't decide for him. The 2 movies he never gets sick of. You are aware of this.
No, I know. I'm just formulating.
Oh man,
he's calling them very rewatchable. I don't know. Maybe people find The Mask more rewatchable than I. Maybe he's just a big Cameron Diaz fan.
I'm trying to think for myself, and I guess I'm just lame. But I've seen Ninja Turtles a million times, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, but let's talk Jim Carrey, right? Dumb and Dumber,
bad.
Ace Ventura, Truman Show, Bruce Almighty. I guess it's too late.
I've seen Bruce Almighty a lot.
Liar Liar is a good one. I'll give him credit for Liar Liar.
No, they're all. You can't tell him he can't like these.
But to me, Pattinson would pick the Cable Guy.
No, so what I think this tells you is that he likes turn your brain
Batman
off.
Forever. Huh?
I think he likes turn your brain off big physical comedies. We saw him, I think we liked Mickey 17, specifically his performance more than most. And you can see hints of Jim Carrey in what he's doing. It
is Carrey-esque. It's in that same vein. But a little bit of The Mask, not very much like Liar Liar. I don't know. I just thought he would, I don't know. To me, it's a weird selection coming from Pattinson. That's all.
Somebody stop me. That was me. It was not Jim Carrey. News dump.
Robert Pattinson.
That was Robert Pattinson. That was me as Robert Pattinson doing Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Although it'd be more like, somebody stop me.
You just sound like John Lennon.
My English,
more Ringo, actually.
It goes all over the place to either Beatle or Australian. sometimes New Zealand.
You have a real positive 60s type of British accent.
Yeah. What else is happening here? Destin Daniel Cretton on directing Spider-Man Brand New Day. It's still the Spider-Man that everyone loves, but this is a new chapter in his life, and that tonal shift was something that was really exciting to me. It felt really different, and it was an extremely gratifying experience. This is via comic book.
I mean, I hope so. I hope it's exciting. I hope it's different and satisfying. I mean, it's like we're finally in a Spider-Man world once again where no one knows his identity. So navigating that is naturally exciting because there's some hijinks there and some emotional gravitas attached to it.
Well, the last big shift in Spider-Man, the last big tonal shift in Spider-Man was Spider-Man 3. So hopefully we're in for something that much fun.
Yeah.
That's bangs. I just did bangs on my face. News up. Tom Cruise will wear prosthetics in Digger.
Yeah, if you don't recall this teaser, it had Tom Cruise being a silly goose. And they're basically saying this character is another Les Grossman-like character from Tropic Thunder. And we've been banging a drum for 15 years to get Tom Cruise back in another role like this. So Digger has great potential, Goo, in our most anticipated movies of the year. I think I had it 9th. It just missed the list, though, cumulative list.
Just missed.
Yeah. So if you like Tom Cruise in a comedic role, I think you should be looking forward to Digger.
News up. Welcome to the trailer park.
Oh, my whistle's weak today.
That's weird. You usually have a great whistle. You should grab that dragon flute behind you and do that. Dun, 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 dun. We get season 4 of Invincible. We got a trailer for that coming out on March 18th. I am 2 seasons behind, 1 season behind. I'm a bit behind.
You watched season 2.
But we saw Omni-Man.
We did see Omni-Man, so that's a spoiler for you. Season 3 was very good.
Okay.
Way better than season 2. So I am looking forward to what we have going on here. It just feels like, as excited as I was by the end of season 1, I don't like the stakes just aren't the same to me because it's not live action, so it's harder for me to buy in. That's always my thing. But Invincible is doing cool shit. There's a lot of cool shit on the screen. So I recommend that you watch season 3, and I'm looking forward to season 4.
News up. Also got a trailer for Maul, Shadow Lord.
Yeah, this is going to feature Darth Maul in the interim between the prequel trilogy and the OG trilogy. So there's a 5-year gap there or something like that. And he's going to have a new apprentice, a female named Darth Talon. And
like an owl.
And they are covertly working beneath Coruscant's streets, and it's going to explore how Maul feels about the destruction of the Jedi Order. Because if you remember, if you missed out at the end of the OG trilogy, we get Vader, you get the 2 twins, Padme dies, and you also have in Clone Wars the scene ultimately where Maul goes to find Obi-Wan. By the end of Clone Wars, Maul is obviously still against the Jedi Order, but he's also against the Empire. So it's one of those, like, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So as the viewer, you're going to like, I think, what Maul is doing. And, of course, the voice actor for Maul, for my money, is as good as anyone, Sam Witwer. And he's comparing this Maul story in how it explores what Maul's doing, similarly to how the Joker would live on after the death of Batman. He's sort of lost, doesn't have meaning. So I think this is going to be an interesting show.
I like when he throws his lightsaber.
Yes.
News up. And finally, we got our first trailer for the live-action Masters of the Universe. We got to look at Skeletor at the end of it. But before that, fun. It looks like, when watching it, it had a real Ragnarok feel to it. But I'm not sure... And maybe I just don't know enough about the lead actor. It's got a little bit of a
Dungeons and Dragons feel.
Dungeons and Dragons, Ragnarok, but I'm not sure if the lead actor has the same charisma that we got in those movies.
Yep, I agree with you there. This movie's also been in development hell for like 8 years, Goo. So Wes Burrow of the Boxers podcast drafted this in our movie draft in like 2018.
So how many points do you think he gets
So
for it?
they've been working on it for quite some time. And some people, it's been a little divisive off the bat because some people don't like that it's set semi in a real world and then
like
get
Smurfs
transported. Yeah. So I see that. I have no skin in the game for Masters of the Universe. I hope it is in the same vein of Dungeons and Dragons because that was a fun movie that no one really expected to be as fun. So let's hope for that. It should shoot for that.
Better than Smurfs. That's what we're hoping for.
That's it. Better than Smurfs.
News dump. All right, that'll do it for this episode of News Dump. Sorry that we did 2 dumps in a week, but noms.
Sometimes.
And more important, Kenan and Kel.
Yep. And then, Goo, I saw 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple.
Oh.
It's pretty good.
Okay.
I would say it's not as good as the first movie, but that's natural when you're in the middle part of a story. This is going to be a 3-part story. There is a final scene in this movie that teases the third movie, and it gets you hard. It gets you pants tent. It
gets you bone templed?
And full bone templed. And there's also a couple scenes during the runtime that are also fantastic.
Okay.
So if you liked 28 Years Later, you're also really going to like this movie.
All right, so maybe we'll do that next week in a What Have You Been Watching Lately? And then maybe the week after we'll do our awards.
I watched 3 things this week.
What?
I still got to watch some 2025 things, but it's the way the cookie crumbles, Goo. I also watched the Lifetime Karen Reid movie. It may be the worst thing I've ever watched. It's in the conversation for worst thing I've ever watched. It is. And don't get me wrong. I know it's Lifetime. Lifetime has a different standard. It is horribly bad. And then the other thing I watched is a streaming movie, Goo. Friends or People We Meet on Vacation. Some people were really enjoying it. Rom-com type of thing. It was okay. It was all right.
And you love rom-coms.
I do.
You're the rom-com guy.
Yeah, I sure am.
You're the romantic of the show. That's what I've always said about you.
Yeah.
So, check us out next week. News Dump.